Hey guys, so I thought I'd give you a little update on the Whitakers. Now, I don't know who this man is. I saw his face twice now in a couple different Facebook feeds. I was kind of watching, and apparently he's some sort of promoter, and now he's involved with the Whitakers. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't like it. Honestly, I think people just need to back away, stop, leave them alone. The three that have been taken into care, I would hope, are getting the best treatment possible, are living their life. I would hope. And then the other two, Betty and Larry, like, they were covering for BJ being there. The order was dropped and this and that. Like, I don't know. Like, that's how I feel, and that it's like, you'll see, because Betty says something about how the family should be together. Together in what? Living in that filth in that home? That's not a life. That thing needs to be condemned. That thing they call a house, it needs to be bulldozed. And someone pointed something out to me, and actually I do agree with it. I think the reason why they've been living like that is because no one cares. They're like, why bother? Apparently that's how it is up there. Not everyone lives like the Whitakers, but that's how it is. They keep to themselves, they mind their own, and that's why authorities haven't stepped in. They don't bother nobody, apparently, but now there's all these allegations, the police is involved. What a mess. Anywho, I just wanted to kind of watch a little bit see this. He's going to explain who he is, and he's just bad news.
But while we're waiting, I've got to play a Lonesome River Band song. This is Timmy's favorite group, and this band makes him move, and there's some videos to prove that. If you go back and look at some of the live shows that
copyright,
that Timmy was at, and it's really, really touching to watch him out there. The music just gets in his soul, and we're actually going to be talking to you more about that stuff as the time comes on. We've got a plan here, and I don't want to blow the cover on that, but we've been working on that for a while. But let me get you. Here we go. We'll send this out to Timmy.
Oh, I can't. Sorry, guys. That dog's freaking cute.
And I'd like to get to some of the questions tonight if I can keep up with them. But let me introduce who I am, because a lot of people are asking.
Who
people
the hell
speculating.
Are you?
My name is Ernie Evans, and I am just like you. I started watching the Whitakers back when Mark had him on Soft White Underbelly, and became very, very, very just intrigued and entrenched in watching. And when a new episode would come out, which wasn't very often, we didn't really get to know a whole lot about the family during his stuff. But he did an excellent job. I thought that he brought something to the forefront that needed a lot of attention. And he did that. So I started watching. And then things kind of went sour, and, it might sound familiar. Some things happened and bad luck. And all of a sudden that's all over. And then there was another person involved that didn't last very, very long. And then what started happening was these things started coming across my feed about the Whitakers, and I'm watching Timmy, and I'm watching this guy who I didn't know who he was, but he was funny, he had a southern draw, and he was out there doing stuff with them. So all of a sudden I'm seeing Timmy laughing and joking around, leaving the house, fishing, zip lining, and doing stuff. I'm going, what in the world's going on? And it was just a very humorous thing, so I started laughing and really enjoying it. But I noticed that every time they'd go somewhere in the truck, Patrick would be playing some bluegrass music. Well, you won't meet a bigger bluegrass fan than me. So that's how I got interested. I contacted Patrick, and I wanted to know what his connection to bluegrass was, and I would watch how Timmy moved. And there's not a whole lot I can do for people to help them out, but I really wanted to help in this situation.
Oh, God.
And we talked about what can be done. I'm a promoter and a producer of music. That's what I do.
See, right there, I'm already mad. I don't want to hear it, because that to me looks like he might as well turn into a cartoon and have those money signs popping out of his eyeballs. I'm serious. I could be wrong. This guy might be... No, it can't be, because why do you want to get involved with them? Like, are you kidding me? Do you know what's going on right now? Sir. Hey, sir, you there? Yeah, like... Maybe I'm too invested. I don't know. I don't feel a good feeling about any of this with any of these people.
I'm not a caseworker. I'm not an expert. I'm nobody really. I mean, I'm chasing a dream that I have. And I have a full-time job. I'm very busy doing what I do. But I was very, very moved with how this family had transformed. And if you look at the old videos to the new videos, and you see them smiling, you see them dressing up, you see them getting their hair cut, new outfits, toenails painted. I mean, there was just a lot going on. I'm going, wow, I've never seen anybody do anything or approach the whole the Whitakers, and specifically, I'd never seen them.
And a lot of people in there are saying moved by money and they see money signs. See, yeah, and I'm sorry, but I feel the same. You want to push their content out and make money off them. Yeah, so he's the $5,000 guy. It's a promotion. Moved by money. Keep your money. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Approach it that way. It was almost like, and let me just be real and honest with you guys tonight. There's no reason to fake anything and to try to act about anything. So let's just be honest with each other. I think most of you have been pretty honest with me. Sadly, it's not all been really good stuff, but we'll get into that. I promise you'll have a chance to do that. But anyway, what really...
Exactly. Oh shit, where'd it go? So this person says what he means is, wow, I need some of that money too. Exactly what I'm saying. I don't trust the guy. Why you putting yourself in this? They don't need to be promoted. They need to be left alone. I think they should be anyways. Like, there's already a bonding connection there with Eric and Patrick, which I don't know what to say anymore. There's shit on Eric. There's shit on Patrick. I don't know what's a lie. I don't know what's true. I don't have proof of anything. Nobody has proof of anything. So at this point in time, I'm just going to say, you know what? They're innocent until proven guilty. It looks bad, but I don't have any proof. I really hope there's nothing to it, but something tells me there is, which sucks because exactly, for all of them dress better. All of them are clean and they're coming out of their shells, and especially Timmy. Timmy is my favorite. I love that guy. He's such a cutie. He really is. He's grown so much. He really has. And he really depended on Eric and Patrick. Like, they were, like, I don't know, idols to him, I would imagine, brothers, father figures. And that's been ripped away from him, because the three of them, Lorraine, Ray, and Timmy, all got removed and put into a home. And apparently they're not even together. And then an allegation came out about Timmy that he was being ABUSED'd. Now, I hope that's just a rumor. Please, just oh my God, if that's true, I don't know. But I mean, if it's a rumor and I'm in Canada and I'm hearing about this rumor, wouldn't the staff and everybody hear about that too and be like, oh crap, busted, if they were in fact doing that to him? I don't know. I don't live in Virginia. I don't live in odd Virginia. I don't know how things go there, but apparently they're completely different to what we're used to.
What really was touching me was that I see this family, and if you're new to what's going on with this, I'm not sure how much you know about what's happening. You may have just tuned into this thing. You'll have to go back and check it out. I don't want to go backwards on that. I want to go forward on this.
Yeah, by getting
There's been several people through there. But one thing Patrick did was he introduced humor without making fun of them, without exploiting them. And all of a sudden, this was like really fun to watch, and to watch these guys having a good time, especially Timmy. And Timmy was a rock star. I mean, I'm telling you, he became a rock star. And so...
yeah. Do you guys see these comments? Pay attention, because not one of these people are letting this guy off the hook. And you know what? I'm glad. There should be no more people involving themselves with this family. Haven't people done enough? It's in shambles. Everything's wrong. Everything's bad. As far as I see what the outcome is going to be, I don't think it's going to be good. And I don't think we'll be seeing the Whitakers, meaning Timmy, for sure. It's just like it was all for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, people really, really, really do adore this family. And we all loved seeing all of the characters all the time on YouTube. This is the most they've ever been shown. And you grow to love these people. You feel, you're kind to them. You want to help them. You are so excited, so happy to see them. Like I said, Timmy is the star of the show. It's not a show, but we'll call it a show. just for shits and giggles. But it's like Timmy was the star of the show, and then Ray's the second favorite for me. Um, I don't know. It makes me so mad and upset that after all this is where they're at. Three of them been removed. They're not even together, and the two older ones are left there in a rotting house with BJ. Like, now what? They won't be returned to that family, meaning Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy. They won't be returned to that home. So now they're all apart. And what? They're going to pass away in these homes? Like, they're just stuck there now? This sucks. And him, you need to go, dude.
I got in touch with Patrick.
Why?
We talked, and I said, how can we connect bluegrass to help this family? Music is healing.
What?
It has been for me. I've been involved with bluegrass music for 60 years. And, no, not 60, I'm sorry, 50 years. And I'll be 65 years old. And I was about 12 years old, so that's close enough. So about 50 years I've been involved with bluegrass music, and it got me through some tough times. Through high school, I met my bride, who I've been married to for 45 years, maybe 46 in a minute.
Did you see this guy? Deborah says, oh my effing God, this is a crock of shit. I'm not the only one that don't believe this dude.
And we met through bluegrass music. So
anybody got tomatoes so I can throw them?
Here was a family in need.
Exactly. This is what it's about. So you need to shut it. But Tracy says right here, we don't care. We want to know about Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine. I 100% back that statement up, and I bet you the whole chat does too. We don't care that you want to promote them with bluegrass. What the fuck are you talking about? Excuse my language. But what are you talking about? 3 of them are in different homes. They're not even with each other. The house should be condemned. I can't believe it's not. They're living in filth. There's only 2 of them left. What the hell are you going to promote? You think you're going to be allowed in a nursing home or wherever the hell they are? No. You ain't going to step foot in there. They can't. Eric and Patrick can't even see any of them. What makes you think you're going to see them? Like, what the hell is this? I'm sorry, but I'm mad. It just seems like this guy's in it for the money.
We don't need to get into those details, but dealt a bad hand from birth, and they needed help, and I wanted to help. And I'm going to talk about some things tonight that we've been working on behind the scenes that you don't know.
Are you serious?
I do want to start saying, and this is a great time for me to interject right now and tell you, the reason I'm on here tonight and Patrick is not, is because there's too many distractions right now between Patrick and Eric. Now, if you're new tuning in, you're just going to have to get caught up on this.
Really?
I'll do my best to inform everybody on what's happened there. These guys Patrick brought...
Okay, here's my opinion. You shouldn't be on here whatsoever on Patrick's Facebook Live. You shouldn't even be on there. And to be honest, Eric and Patrick need to step out of the light and stop going live and stop talking. They need to shut it, figure out their shit, and leave the Whitakers out of it. I think they've been through enough. Anyway, that's my opinion. What he's doing right now is that I'm mad. This is making me mad. So now you're finding another way to make money off the Whitakers, obviously, because you're live on Patrick's channel. What do you do? Tell you he's going to split the money with you for tonight's live? Is that what's going on? I could be totally wrong, but I don't know. I don't think I am.
Eric's probably more the entrepreneur type person, and they were a team. They were working, and let me first say they did some wonderful things together.
Oh yeah, did they ever?
They both worked hard. They did some things that would have never happened had they not come in the picture. It would have took a very unique person to pull off what they did. I don't know if that was all by design. I don't know. I don't care. I know some folks out there have picked sides like this is college football. This is too serious for that, okay? So for tonight, you want to put in some kind comments, it's very, very welcome. You want to put some helpful comments in, that's most needed. But if you want to put some hurtful comments in there, probably shouldn't be watching this, because I'm not going to address those like that way.
We don't want you to address it, and that, excuse the F and me. It's not about you. It's about the Whitakers. Again, you shouldn't even be live right now. That's not is this guy for real? Oh, hell no.
I will remind you that the most important thing here is Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy right now.
And yet you want to make money.
And the entire family comes next. The whole family. We'll talk about that too. I know there's opinions there too, but this is not about Patrick and Eric. So we're going to go through that part really quick, and we're going to put that aside, and we're not going to go back to it. Hopefully,
no, dude.
So please don't.
You don't have any right to tell people what they can and cannot speak on. You just don't. Like, who are you? You don't just come in here and take over. So now you're the spokesperson for Patrick and Eric and the Whitakers? I'm sorry, but F this guy.
Drag me back. I'm a weak guy, and if I've got to defend somebody, I probably will. But they did some wonderful things. So let's first of all commend them for that. And if you like one and not the other, we've all got to agree that they had a really good thing going. Sometimes the chemistry between two people don't work.
Huh?
I've met Patrick. I've never met Eric before, but I've met Patrick. And I know where his heart's at.
Yeah.
I know that Patrick is not an entrepreneur. He is not a business person. He's not a CEO type, and that's good.
See, he shouldn't have done this. Look at these people in the comments. Who are you? Who's this guy now? Like, we need to get everything back on track. It was working. I agree. Choosing sides isn't important right now. The three are. Yes, the three that are taken out of that home that are now in homes that aren't even with each other in these new homes. That's what's important here. Not your fucking promotion. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm pissed.
There's nothing wrong with that. CEO type may not go into the Whitaker's home, sit on a couch and hug them and take them out and do things and spend the time that he did on there. So if you're looking for a Wall Street type person, it wasn't going to happen. And Patrick is one of them. They're very comfortable.
Yeah, he is.
They
a piece
love
of work.
Patrick. It doesn't matter what I think. They love him.
Yeah,
They
look at
trust
this.
him.
People are leaving.
I can't
I'm
walk
out.
into the Whitaker's home to help them because what would they think? Oh God, here comes another person that now who's this? And now what's
Yeah, who the
how's
hell
this
are
going to
you?
end up? And there's not time for that now. Now we're in a pretty serious and critical situation. Which
Are you kidding me? What? So we're not allowed to ask who the hell is this new guy now? People are asking why Patrick can't speak for himself. This dude right here is live on Patrick's Facebook. What?
I promise we're going to get to all that stuff, but I do want to get through this and get this behind us.
Hurry up then.
So I have some people that have written to me on the side, said you better watch your back with Patrick, you better watch out. And again, I got to apologize constantly to all the new people who have just come on to here because they don't know about all this drama stuff.
We all know,
It ain't worth
okay?
it, folks. If you're new to this, we're
And
going to
who
get to
the
help
hell
some
is
people
we?
and find out why and what needs to be done and what we've been doing. And we'll get you up to speed on that. But for those of you that have been following it and have chosen a side or build a wall up between it or have a bone to pick with both of them, let them work that out.
You have
It's
no
not a
right
good
to say
situation
these
with them right now,
things.
and that's okay. That happens every single day. There's nobody on this thread that
Yes,
hasn't had a beef with
exactly.
somebody.
Listen, dude, read the room. Nobody gives a shit about the drama between Patrick and Eric. We want to know about the three that have been removed from that home. Who are you? Like, did someone pay you to get on here? You get. Oh wait, apparently you get half then of this Facebook Live because it's Patrick's, right? Oh my! Like I said, watch the comments, guys. Like, people are just like, what is going on here?
There's nobody on this thread that's got a perfect life, and there is nobody on this thread that goes to work and doesn't charge their boss. And we're going to talk about that too, because that is a big concern. I've talked to, I was up till 3 a.m. last night trying to answer questions to people because they just kept coming in and coming in and coming in. But I can surmise those questions into about 5
You're reading a
questions because they were
script.
all asking the same thing. That's how it made it so important that we need to stay focused on this stuff and not on Eric or Patrick or, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. There's people fighting with each other that don't even know each other. They're from 2 different states. It's unbelievable. And they're fighting over a person or a situation that's not true. They don't know enough about. I've been asked about, do you know about Patrick's record? People sending them to me. It's like, yeah, did you read it? Because once you read past, how many of you folks out there drive without a seatbelt? Because that's one of those things in that.
Are you serious right now?
Somebody had called it a Bible. It was a thick piece of paper. I did find, I'm not saying he's a Boy Scout now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sticking up for nobody, but I'm just saying there was a lot of things blown way out of proportion. Totally unfair. And there was a lady on there that had probably the best post that I've ever seen. She said, I'm hearing all this fighting back and forth. This was today. Said, I haven't heard anybody ask about how Betty's doing or how Lorraine's doing. And the word. So
exactly. Yet here you are running your mouth talking about things that nobody cares about. Get on with it. If you don't have info on the 3 that were taken out, then you shouldn't even be on here. Actually, you shouldn't be on here in the first place because, again, who are you? Oh, that's right, a promoter. This just feels so wrong to me. I don't like it
I'm
at
going to
all.
ask you just tonight, can we put that stuff aside?
No.
I know it's going to be hard to resist to do that. And I know a lot of you think I'm sticking up for Patrick.
No, I think you
that's not
shouldn't be
what's going
here.
on. You don't have to stick up for Patrick. That's not the deal. Patrick knows
He's
his
lucky
strengths
I
and
wasn't
his
in that
weaknesses,
life.
and he knows where his downfalls are at. We all do. But I'm not going to judge him either. I know that if we're going to help the Whitakers, we need Patrick in there. They trust him.
Listen to him go. We are literally here to find out how the family's doing. I only care about Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, and if they can be together. Exactly. Who is this dude? Who the hell do you think you are? And screw you, Patrick, for throwing him up there on your account. A friggin' promoter. You gotta be kidding.
It's almost like a translator. I first met Timmy on FaceTime, and I would say something to him, and Timmy would look at me like he didn't understand what I was saying. Patrick would repeat back the same thing, and Timmy would get it, and he would respond to it. So they trust him.
He doesn't
they
know
need him.
you.
He wants to help.
Exactly. How are the
If you
Whitakers?
think that somebody's such a bad person,
Oh my God.
again, I'm not telling you
Okay,
he's a
I
saint.
get this.
I'm
So
not
he's
perfect.
on here to save their Patrick's ass, apparently, and himself, but he wants to promote the Whitakers. Okay, I see where this is going. Like I said, if he had cartoon eyes, it would be popping out money signs.
Either. We'll get that out right now. But if you think somebody is a bad person,
I'm so disappointed.
wouldn't you want that person, if you could recreate that person and to get that person to turn out the way you want them, wouldn't you want that person helping somebody and doing something good in the community and helping them out? Because that's what he's doing right now.
Oh my God, this guy
We'll
is
talk about
delusional.
money too, because that was another concern, because I know that's going to come up. And we're going to talk about that.
If you listen, dude, if you were to actually read the comments, nobody gives a shit. They don't care. We already know what's going on with them two, Eric and Patrick. Nobody cares. They want to hear about the Whitakers. Like, go away. I'm so mad.
I'm going to stop with that. We may bring those names up again when we start talking about monetization, because that's a big one.
There's no we.
So,
there's just you.
Let's get past that. I want to tell you that
Stop laughing and start talking.
I don't know Eric. I'm not going to cast judgment. I've watched all his videos. I've watched everything he's had to say. And out of everything, and I do it, and listen, I don't want to sound insincere with the folks out there that have tried to warn me and do that kind of stuff about this one and that one.
Exactly. It's supposed to be with the Whitakers.
I'm not calling you a bad person. I don't have an issue with you. You're just trying to help me and guide me in the right direction. You see somebody coming in that may look like fresh meat, and that might be a little bit on the naive side, and sometimes I am. Just ask me.
Yeah, like this woman says, a big pep talk to rally support for Patrick. Go away. I just said go away too.
The wife. But I've researched this pretty good.
How long is this?
I may
oh my God,
not stay involved with this. I'm only committed right now to help get the Whitakers to come home right now. That's the number one priority. It's too serious right now to get into other, and I don't even want to do that. There's been no discussions about money. There's been none.
You wouldn't even tell us if there were.
But there has been many, many comments about people that are so worried about me making money. God, folks, you need some new friends, man.
You need to F off. You're the one that came on here talking about how you're a promoter and you want to promote these guys. Obviously, you're going to get paid. Is he for real? Does he want me to go through this screen? I'll go this screen. I'll give him a tongue lashing. Oh, he's so lucky I wasn't in. Well, no, I'm lucky I wasn't in there. I would have been blocked in 2 seconds. I can't help it. I got a big mouth.
There are people out there that will help. I mean,
not anymore.
I've
what
talked
are you
to
doing?
Probably 20 or 30 people last night that are wonderful human beings. I mean, these are the salt of the earth people said, I want to help. I don't care. I just want to volunteer and help.
What the frig? So he's out here trying to get money. He's admitting it. The people want to help. Oh my God, yeah, really. How can you, as a promoter, help? Oh, I'll tell you, he'll plaster them more on the internet and make money off it. That's what he wants to do. Oh, I'm pissed.
There are people like that out there. And if you don't have enough of them in your life right now, man, I'm telling you what, you need to search them out in some of these threads. There's some great folks out there.
Damn it.
They just feel bad. Their heart was ripped out to see Betty laying on that couch, missing these guys. They only know one life. And these people feel that, while others are worried about what another guy's going to get. As far as I'm concerned, from what I do know, and I did some research on some of the finances. I don't have totals for you, and I know it's a new thing and it's growing. And is it good? Oh, heck yeah. I mean, if you're Joe Rogan, I don't think he's worried about where his next meal's coming from. The internet's been very good to people. But I do know that the Whitakers are in this.
Did you hear what he just said? The internet's been really good to Joe Rogan. He doesn't have to worry about his next meal. So I'm going to internalize this as if I was him. I know there's money to be made, and I'm going to get my bag. That's what he wants.
Thing with an even cut. Now, is that being divvied out that way? I don't know. Eric controls the money. Don't know. You're going to have to ask him. I don't want to know. I want to be able to look you in the eye and say, I don't know. And at this point, I don't know. So I'm only here to help get the family back together. I'm not here to guarantee that, and I'm not an expert.
You shouldn't even be
I can
there.
tell you that we've been working behind the scenes, putting a team of people together to help guide us so we can put the right plan together. We have had a meeting with the state. We're very optimistic about it. I'll have more details for you on that. Again, I've just got to go chronologically in this order so we can get through some of these things that are concerns for people. So I hope I get your attention and that we don't have this negative vibe going on, because I really like to just shed that thing and get rid of it and
Too bad.
be more focused and concerned. Oh, I'm still seeing some mad faces. You know what? You guys probably need to find another place to go. I'm sure there's some video game or something like that
Like,
down
how
there. where
dare
people
this
compete
guy? Are
or
you
somebody that wants to
serious?
fight, because you're not going to get that here. That's one of the reasons Patrick's not here. People get under, start aggravating him and doing that kind of thing. You're not going to get a fight here. So don't worry about it. If you're worried about me making money, you don't have to believe me. I don't care. I can tell you this. If we
You
get
said you're a promoter. That's a job. You're doing a job, you said. You get paid when you do a job. So you are making money. What the hell?
the Whitakers home, then we've accomplished my goal. And I'm done at that point. But
Yeah, right.
if I think I can help and I'm asked to help, and there's
See?
some money in it for me that's going to help the Whitakers, I can't give my day job up. And you put those mad faces up there. If you will, do me a big favor.
Friggin' told you it's about money. Snake in the grass.
Because I'll get past that issue too.
You're
Once you
gross,
put in
dude.
there, if you go to work every day and you don't charge your boss, and your boss don't make any money, I like to know who you are, because I like to know what your secret is and how you're surviving. Because I'd rather not go to work. I'd rather
Why is
stay
this
here.
becoming
I'm in
about
Florida
you
right
making money now?
It gets cold in the winter up there. I'd rather stay down here, but there's people that need some help, so we're gonna stay focused on that. So be mad all you want, and but you're
Right,
invited
we need
into
to
the
update on the
broadcast
Whitakers, not this
anytime you
dude.
want. Anytime we do a live, Patrick will be returning to these. But I was hoping that we
He's
could keep
probably
that
sitting
separate
right
right
there.
now. There's a big concern about this little thing that pops up about offering videograms, that kind of thing. I put the live on today. I didn't put that on there. And it's an automatic thing that pops up that's programmed in there. So it's just there. Okay.
What?
I can't answer that question. I've been asked that several times. But let's go back to what I was talking about with my hand in the pot. I've been told, oh, there's another one getting a piece of pie.
It's true.
What piece
Look
of
at you.
pie? Man, I've been looking for that piece of pie. Man, I love to, look at me. I love to eat. Where's that piece of pie at?
Obviously,
I'd
you
like to know
found
that.
it,
The
didn't
Whitakers
ya,
have nothing to
Mr.
show for
Promoter?
it. I've seen Patrick's house. He's got nothing to show for it. I don't know, Eric, yet. I mean, I don't know, but I know that they've worked really hard on a stream. They worked out a deal that's under contract that will have to get resolved. I mean, it did melt down and dissolve, but they're going to have to resolve those issues. But it looked pretty fair to me. As a matter of fact, it was equal across. Nobody was getting more than the other person, and
This
so it
guy
looked like
is
they
so
handled that pretty
wrong.
good. So, but you know what? My name wasn't on it, and I'm not asking for my name to be on that. But I'm talking about this old arrangement. So the piece
but
of
nobody
pie you're
asked for you
talking
to be
about,
here.
it don't exist. Now, if Patrick makes a piece of pie, and he offers me a piece of pie, I like to eat. Let's leave it go with that, okay? You deserve.
Am I wrong here? Am I reading this guy wrong? Or is he in it for the money? He literally keeps saying he's a promoter. Well, that's his job. When you work, you get paid, do you not? And then he's saying right now, well, if they're going to offer me a piece of the pie, then I'm going to take it. I'm so angry right now. It's unreasonable. I shouldn't even be angry. Well, yeah, I think I should be angry. I've followed this family for a long time. A lot of us have. And to see this shit right here, oh my, like, I'm mad.
Make a living. So does Patrick. So does Eric.
Wow.
And so do the Whitakers. Nobody deserves to take someone's away from them, though. And I won't be a part of something and would not be a part of something if somebody was getting hosed in this deal. I just wouldn't do it. I have my reputation to protect, too. And, you know, if people that know me, when I see a
free
little
ride
mad
off the
face go up, I'm
Whitakers.
seeing a bunch of hearts and stuff go up. I love you guys. I mean, you
You
guys
don't even
have
know
the right,
anybody on here.
right frame of mind for what this is about. It's not about me or that stuff.
You made it
I
about
just
you
gotta get
for
people
how
to-
long have we been going
I don't
here,
understand
guys?
why
You've made it about you for 22 minutes and 9 seconds. Yes, you have.
they come on there to do that kind of stuff. But if you hate somebody, man, there's so much more to life to live. But we got to get this family back together. So let me get off me for a
Yes,
minute. 'cause
whoever
that's-
said this, they said a cease and desist needs to be served to all of y'all making money off the Whitakers. I agree. Where's the attorney? Like, I don't think they have one yet. They need one, and I've been saying that for a while. Someone needs to be in control of that money, so it is used to help them, not in BJ's pocket or burnt because she's smoking it up, or for people jackasses like this guy right here. I don't know how to help that. I don't know. I'm in Canada. I don't even know how you would even go about that. I'm nobody. I don't have connections to help. There's got to be, I don't know. There's got to be a way to put their money in a safe spot and only them allowed to have access to it, and it be used for things that they need, like, oh, I don't know, furniture, a new home. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. New clothing, whatever their little heart's desires, food in their fridge, buy them a freezer, pack it full. Like, they need those things and they should absolutely have it. It's their money. Can you imagine someone making a YouTube channel off you, making thousands of dollars, and you get a cut? You get the donation part, but they make all the revenue. Imagine that, right? And you have to sit there and beg for your own damn money. This is so wrong.
So I'm a nobody. I
shit.
love music. I'm a producer. I'm a good organizer. I'm an honest person.
That
I
wants
pay
a
my
piece of the
taxes.
pie.
I do my best to be as good as I can, and that's all I can do, and that's all I can say. So I'm nobody special.
Okay, who
But
cares? Talk
the
about what you
people that are
want to hear
special
about.
are not with us right now.
Yeah, stop talking about the money.
Sort of
Get
been
hop
taken
to it.
away, and they're in custody of the state right now. Okay, so I made some notes. I'm sorry. There's some things I just didn't want to leave out. All right. Next concern, BJ. And I'm going down the list of what I've been asked. I want to let folks know about that. We all have our opinions there. We all do. We all probably have a relative too.
Oh, don't
That's a
even
lot like
stick
that.
up for this girl.
Or we know somebody. We have a friend that's got a relative or a child that's like that.
Oh,
or we have a
my
friend that's
gosh.
like that. Either way, that has that same situation. And everybody's saying, man, you got to help them get into a house and out of the kind. This is them being kind. I'm not throwing jabs at anybody that has a problem with BJ. She did that to herself. But
No, but.
this is a family.
No.
This is about the Whitakers. Everybody knows somebody that's in a bad
You
relationship.
son of a bitch. That girl BJ has been abusing Timmy, Ray, Lorraine for years, and you're going to sit there and say, well, she's family. Oh my God. Somebody needs to come get this guy and throw him the fuck in the garbage.
Whether it's a child or a cousin or a nephew, niece, whatever, or if it's a spouse, and they won't leave. And the whole world thinks they know what's best for that person. And they do for all practical purposes. But until that person feels that, that's the best thing for them. There's no way
wrong.
to. I can't do that. I can't go in and tell Larry he can't go into a house where his family's at, and I can't tell BJ she can't go into a house where her dad's at, and I'm not going to go down and get a protective order. That's for the Whitakers to do. That is their business. They've been through.
Listen, idiot, nobody will donate if BJ's going to be around. You do realize there's 2 trailers that burnt down. One of them had dogs in it. Yeah, that part. BJ did that. I know she did. We all know she did. She is bad news. She's into rugs. She should not be there. She is abusing the family that has been removed now. And you just want to shrug it off and say, I can't tell her what to do. She can stay there. No. People are not going to continue to donate. And all those donations that they did give, they're going to ask for them back if you keep this bullshit up. Talking about how BJ's going to be there and you can't stop her. And like, I don't know who you think you are, but you totally screwed this whole thing up. Wow.
I feel that was the downfall with
Wow,
Eric.
wow, wow.
It seemed like that was the turning point, and it was done.
Yeah, where's
All
Eric?
the good things that they had done together, Patrick and Eric,
I actually really
was
liked Eric.
over at that point. I don't want to be responsible for. I don't want to see that happen. If BJ comes over, I don't want to see her abusing anybody either, like she's been accused of. I wasn't there. You weren't there. But
Wow.
I was trying to think about, well, God, what am I going to say? Because
This guy's a
made the
real
lineup
piece
and they
of
just don't
work.
like her. I can just tell you that family is deep rooted in each other. And
Yeah.
when you have a
You know what
relative,
else is deeply rooted? My
it's
flat.
a lot different than somebody you know. When somebody's related to you, you have the tendency to be a little more forgiving about things. And no matter how bad it gets, no matter how,
Oh, I just want to go through my phone. Listen, they're dink fart. I have a family member that is on rugs and has tried to unalive me twice now. Yeah, you should see my nose. So I've got this great big ass bump from a wooden chair being thrown at my nose. The bitch almost broke my nose. I had black eyes for weeks. I've cut her off because the first time she went at me, she threw me through a damn TV. Flat screen TV, imagine that. Yeah, that was real fun. The second was the chair. She's no longer in my life, and she will not be in my life. I don't care. No. Because she's not going to sit there and attack me or go after my nephew or my son again. Absolutely not. Yeah, you're right. Family's deep. Well, my family comes first, and this piece of shit that did this to me and my family is no longer welcome around because I said so, because my mother said so, because my sister said so, because my uncle and aunt said so. That's what you do. When someone's in the wrong and they are doing that to people, you kick them to the curb until they come back refreshed and not on rugs. You don't continue the cycle, okay? Oh, he done pissed me off.
No matter what they do, that in time you'll forgive them because you love them.
No!
And it's unconditional. And in the Whitakers case, think about how small and isolated that world is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at one time it was just them.
Yeah, it's not true.
5 people sitting on a porch
What's
staring
wrong
at the floor.
with this guy?
And that's what it used to be. And when Mark started coming around, there was a little money involved, that kind of thing.
A little.
Got a couple visitors, that type of thing. And you folks, out of the kindness of your heart and your donations and supporting these guys, have made life a little more enjoyable. They've gotten some things like I see old Ray watching that big old flat screen TV. He's got some mileage out of that thing.
Look at the smile.
So that was a
Look at his smile when it comes to things, the TV. I'm really worried with this guy involved here. Very, very, very worried. He doesn't have anybody's best interests at heart except for his pockets. Oh my God. Again, sorry for saying swearing. I'm sorry. I get so hyped up because, like, I cannot stand it when people, ABUSC people, when they're being taken advantage of, when they're being lied to. Like, I get so mad because I want to be there. I want to help them, and I can't. I'm in friggin' Canada. What the hell am I going to do?
really, really good thing. And we have some things that, sadly, that I'm going to be delivering some things for them on Friday that are going to be some more. I don't want to give the. I don't. Maybe
You
on the next
shouldn't
broadcast
be there, though.
go
Who
over
the
those
hell
things.
are you?
But there's some very thought out things in there. But out of the kindness of your heart, giving those things, you are their world right now. You may never meet them. It may be something that shows up in the mail, but they know that came from somebody kind and each other. And I'm still talking about BJ here.
Huh?
She's part of that small world. They don't want the rest of the world in there. They don't mind the internet thing. They're okay with that. There is a monetary reward there for them, and they know that. But it's a very small world they live in. And when you take a
Who
relative
called
out
common
of that,
sense?
it's a pretty big piece of it.
Yeah,
And I
BJ
don't
shouldn't
think
be there.
That's something that they just want to give up just because of something that she did, which is monumental. I mean, now believe me, that would not be acceptable, I'm sure, in your home or in my home.
It's
I
not
would not put up
acceptable,
with that.
period, you jerk. What is wrong with this guy? What the hell?
But that's not me, and that's not you. That's the Whitakers. We live in this big, giant universe. We go places.
Yeah, here
and
you
we
are,
do
get your
things,
bag,
and,
right?
I'm fortunate enough that I've been able to travel all over the world and play music and tour with some very fun bands, but I've been able to meet some wonderful people, and I've got some great friends. They don't have that.
This isn't about
Those are
you.
things we take for granted.
Moving on.
So BJ means way more to them.
Yeah, his views
and
are
I know
dropping.
it's not what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not encouraging her to be part of their life.
Yes,
But
you
I'm not
just
going to be
did.
part of saying that she can't be around. I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to encourage it to happen. And I'm not.
What's that word again? promote.
making excuses for it. I just want you to know what they think.
You,
I personally think they should do something about it, but that's up to them. They know how to do it. Betty knows how to get that done. She knows who to ask to get that done. Patrick will give her a ride down there and make sure that gets done. And make sure that gets done. And there are other people, I'm sure, that will do that. But all three of them. Can you imagine Ray? I mean, I can't get that image out of my head. I didn't see it happen. I can't imagine that poor guy smiling all the time. His knee swelled up that big, and he's smiling and pointing at it, and Eric's putting lotion on it, and he's pulling his pant leg up and walking around, and he's living in conditions that there's no way that any of us would live in. And the things that we take for granted would be luxury to them. But he was happy there. And one day,
you know this
he was
how?
pulled out of his home. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about the state. Trust me on that. I'm not. Those people are incredible people to do what they do. You know how hard that must have been for them? They knew who they were, and they knew what they were having to do. They were forced to having to do. They were having to do.
Sorry,
they were forced to do
now.
that. They didn't have a choice. They had to go in and do that. Promise I wouldn't bring in. Okay, so I can do this without saying somebody's name or anybody's name. You just do the math yourself. 5-6 years ago, whenever it was when Mark was in there, they were brought to the whole nation.
Don't do it. Don't
the Whitakers were. They become famous nationally. And if there was a time that they were ever exposed enough that everyone would know who they were, it's a very small town up there. And the city of Beckley's not very big, and it's not like Atlanta or Chicago. Like, there's people that you'll never meet in that town and can live there all your life. It's not like that. Everybody knows everybody up there. And as things came in, they got more popular. More and more people knew who they were. I mean, I'm talking to people last night in Missouri that watch all these lives, and they're looking forward to it. They were encouraging me to help, and they wanted to know what they could do to help out. So you can bet your butt that people in Beckley know who they are, and all the little surrounding towns know who they are, and people driving around there, they know their business, and I can guarantee that they all know them. And nothing had ever happened in the past. BJ's always been a problem. She's always had trouble with drugs, going into rehab and trying. I don't know anybody that does drugs that really wants to be a drug addict. I don't know anybody.
I do not like this guy. I just don't.
I recently lost a bunch of weight, and I don't want to be fat. I'm still fat.
What?
I don't want to be. I'm going to be 65 years old.
What the hell do you have to do with anything?
I got out of high school. Actually, when I got married, because I married
now it's marriage.
I made a mistake and married a good cook.
Wants a piece of pie.
And I let those good looks just fool me. And she's listening in the other room. So, no, I'm kidding. It's the truth. I mean, she's a great cook, but I don't want to be having.
This
the drug addict doesn't want to be a drug addict. They don't want that. But they can't get out of it. And I started talking about the state and them coming in here. And here's where it comes back full cycle with the state. They've got their hands full.
And
they do. And if you think that the Whitakers are the only people that are like that and living in those conditions up there, they're not. There's no way they could handle the load that's going on up there. Look at what goes on in the inner cities, folks. Look at all the programs. I got on Meta AI today because I'm not smart enough to I don't know what kind of programs are available, that kind of thing. I looked at programs in the inner city, and there are so many. A list a mile long come out about things that are being done by private companies. There's foundations, there's churches, then there's all the government programs and money that's allocated for grants for this and that, and that.
Can you just talk about the friggin' three that have been taken, please?
Become entrepreneurs, to help
this is not helping.
Handicapped, seniors. You go right on down the line.
Yeah, I'm yelling at my
poverty, the food, to help them with food, help them pay their utilities and all that stuff. And so there's all this going on in these inner cities. And guess what's going on in odd West Virginia, folks? The state has to handle all of that. They've got their hands full. It is unbelievable.
So what is your point?
You know, what I think needs to happen is that I think that they're going to take care of them. We're going to work with them hand in hand, and we're going to try to get them back.
A promoter's going to work with them.
That's what we're going to try to do. Is it going to be guaranteed? No, we can't guarantee it. We don't know. So anyway, I think that what we're going to have to do now is we're going to try to get the We're going to try to get this whole thing organized. I'm sorry, I'm getting these messages coming in like crazy.
Probably telling you to knock
We're
it
going to
off.
do that. So I want to try to go down the line here. And again, I want to talk about what we do know. We do know that they're in custody right now, and we're being told that they're together, which is a good thing, that Ray, Timmy, and Lorraine are together.
They are?
And they're going to be
I hope that's true.
evaluated mentally and physically, and that's a good thing. So hopefully, that they're getting through this. They're strong enough to get through this, but this has really got to be a very, very, very tough thing. I know the only life they knew was being home. What is home now? Unfortunately, it can't be the same house that they're in. So there's a lot to do there.
So then why try to bring them home if there's no home?
There. So there's going to be a time when, that we're going to have to make a decision on where that home's going to be to get them together. We're looking up the requirements for the ADA requirements for the Americans with Disabilities Act. So we're doing that, and we've got a plan in place. It's going to take some temporary housing. Some of the options are Patrick has opened up his home. It does need to be remodeled, and that's under progress. We need a ramp and measure doorways, that kind of thing. I'll be up there helping him with that. But I think what's going to have to happen though is that we're going to have to look at some other things like some used homes, some things that are suitable and sound. It may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but building a new house, that's not an option right now. There's just not time for that right now.
But you guys had all the money for the Amish to build that brand new one, didn't you? What happened? Where's the money?
And they can do that. So, those are some challenges that are ahead. I want to talk about a positive side to everything that's happened here. From the very beginning till now, I want to talk about a positive side. I want to talk to you about what I see from an educational standpoint and getting the attention of the entire world right now. There are millions of people following
you're
this
loving
right now.
it though, aren't you? You see
the
money
educational
signs.
side of this thing is to see an area that's been forgotten, or it's just not been addressed. There's just too much going on, and it's too much to handle. But when I talked about the programs in the inner cities and that kind of thing, there's a lot of things because there's a lot of good, loving, caring people, and what they're doing is they're trying to help underprivileged people and people with handicap, and people that need transportation and groceries and that type of thing. They're trying to help them.
All right, this is a very long live for me, so I'm going to do 2 parts, okay, guys? So this will be part 1, and tomorrow night I will go over the rest of this, and I'll start at 35 minutes because it's an hour and 12 minutes, so I'll go back at 35 minutes, and we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow night. You guys let me know what you think. Am I too harsh? Maybe I am. I often say things like, I'm upset with this man. I don't trust him. I don't think his intentions are good at all. He keeps announcing he's a promoter. He's talking about how he wants a piece of that pie. I'm livid. They don't need another snake in the grass here. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why he seems to be the spokesperson now. Like I said, I think that Eric and especially Patrick need to shut it down. Stop talking. Stop going live. Stop making posts. You need to stop it until everything gets figured out, everything gets settled, everything is done the right way. Get an attorney for that money. And even Patrick and Eric may have to be out of these people's lives if, in fact, they are guilty, which I don't know because you're innocent until proven guilty. And I haven't seen any proof otherwise. So I am hoping that they had a beef and that both of them are innocent. There's nothing going on. I really hope that because they really did make a change in this family's life. They really did. And it's going to be heartbreaking if they're not around anymore, especially for Timmy. Even Lorraine started talking. All Eric had to do was bring her chips and she was chippers pie. I don't know. You get invested in stuff like this, right? And then when it doesn't go the way you think it should or something bad happens, it's devastating. It really is. And it's hard to, I don't know, I guess come back to reality and be like, you can't, there's nothing you can do about it. However, anyone who has donated to the Whitakers through their channel, The Whitakers, you need to contact the sheriff involved. Now, my video I made a couple days ago has the phone number and the email address of the sheriff that you're supposed to contact. They want to know where all the donations came from, and they are trying to find out where this money was actually spent. Well, they're under investigation, so they need to know all that. So, and even if it was $2, if it was a $1.99 super sticker, you need to call, state your name, what you gave, what it was for, and then so on. All right. I think I'm done with this one now. I'll be back tomorrow night, and like I said, I'll start at the 35 mark. All right, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the comments.